We are back, and today we're going to be talking about one of the techniques that it's not new by any means, but it's really kind of taken the smallmouth world by storm. And it catches fish everywhere from Minnesota out west and all the way to the Great Lakes and to New York and everywhere in between. So we are going to be talking about the underspin. So it's been around for a long time down south. They use it a lot, and it's just kind of gotten popular in the last, I don't know, year and a half up here in smallmouth Finlandia. So I'm going to show you what you need to know about underspins to see if the underspin you're throwing is a good one or if it's not good. So stay tuned. I am going to show you this trick, and we're going to kind of go over a little bit of what I've been throwing the underspin on. And yeah, make sure you pay attention, because these are not cheap. I mean, they are anywhere from like $6, $7 all the way up to $10. And that's a lot for one jig head. So like, you don't want to waste your money on like one that doesn't work. So they don't all work. I promise you that. I've got 4 of them. I'm going to show us, and we're going to test them out and make sure that we know we've got a good one. So here we go. All right. So the first thing that I am doing when I'm shopping for an underspin is I am going to check out the hook. So you want it to be right in the middle, for me anyways. So there's hooks out there that are really thin wire gauge, and they bend out pretty easy, and they don't really hold up. So I'm looking for something kind of right in the middle. I don't want something that's so thick that I could catch a tuna with it, but I don't want something that's gonna bend out either. So I like throwing in a little bit heavier line than a lot of people. I'm not throwing this on 6 or 8 pound test, and I fish St. Clair, so I don't need it to get down 40, 50 feet. So I don't need to use light line. And I'm looking at that hook first and foremost. So there's a few different ones out on the market. This one is a Scottsboro tackle. This one has a little bit lighter wire. You can kind of see that one's already bent out just a little bit. I mean, you can see I used it. Like, this has been used, and I've caught fish on it, but the hook kind of bends out a little bit. I've had a few of them break off too, and it's just a little bit light on the wire for me. The next one, this one is, I believe it's a War Baits. I bought them one time. I haven't bought them again. The hook is just a little bit too big for me. If I was throwing a bigger swim bait and maybe fishing like down south for largemouth or something, this might be something that I would kind of buy again. But up here in smallmouth country, it's just that bait keeper on there is just a little too thick for me. So if I like throwing like a little bit thinner profile swim bait, that bait keeper just tears them up. I mean, you can glue them, but it's just out on the boat. Like, I ain't got time to glue baits onto hooks. I just need a good keeper. So War Baits, that hook's just a little bit too thick. So I know I sound like a broken record, but right in the middle is this Gamakatsu. This is a Smeltinator underspin, and this hook is kind of right in the middle. It's a really good hook. It's a Gamakatsu hook, and that is what I'm looking for when I want to buy an underspin. It's got an awesome keeper on it. It doesn't look like much, but the swim baits don't come down. Like, they do not until like they have been chewed. Then they'll kind of start working their way down. But a fresh one or one that's caught a couple fish, dude, that hook keeper is money. It works really, really good. And this is another one, a newer one out on the market. I believe it's one of these. Haven't fished it yet. It's got just the wire keeper, doesn't have lead collar, and it's got a really thin hook. They say it's sneaky. But so this is the test that you need to give your underspins to see if they're good or not. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to thread on a swim bait. So this is a 3-inch Mayer. So you're going to take your swim bait and you're just going to thread it on just like normal. Get it up there. and then your blade's going to hang down below, and you're going to cast it out, reel it in, give it a little bit of action, and catch fish. And I like a underspin when the water's got a little bit of color to it, when it's not like mud, but when it's got a little stain to it. After a windstorm or a little bit of rain and that water's not blue anymore, that's when I like to throw that little bit of flash on there. I had some guys from Virginia, they call her Old Flashy. Old Flashy can catch them. But when you're going to the store and you're buying an underspin, this is the test. This test is foolproof. It works every time. If it does not pass the test, it's not going to work that great. Granted, your swim bait is going to be back there kicking, and if they're biting, they'll grab it whether your spinner is spinning or not. But when they're not biting, you need that spinner spinning. So what we are going to do to test this is you're going to hold it by the blade, and then you're going to take your spinner or your finger, and you're just going to hit that hook and make sure that it spins. Now, if this thing is spinning like that, she is going to spin while you're reeling her in. And she's going to be spinning when them bass are tracking it back to the boat and they eat it. So, Smeltinator Underspin by Northland Tackle. That's the one I use. Like that. This one right here. Smelt color, silver blade. This is a, let's see, 3/8 ounce, 3/0 hook. Works great with a 3 to a 3.5 inch swim bait. Just money, man. But there are other ones out on the market too. So I've got 4 of them here. We're going to test all 4. Let's see what they do. So this is the Scottsboro tackle. Like I said, caught a bunch of fish on this one. She's beat up. She's seen a rock or 2 in her day, but let's give her a spin. Good. Good to go. She is going to spin like a top. All right, next one, we're going to try that Warbaits one. All right, like I said, this is a good head. It's just the hook's just a little, it's just not for me. And, well, let's check and see if she spins. She's a little wobbly, but once she got on track, she's good to go. She's a spinner. All right. Now I'll try this one, a Great Lakes Finesse. Uh-oh. Spins a little bit. Let's try this one. Again, these are straight out of the package. Haven't messed with them at all. I haven't even fished these ones. And by the looks of these, I won't be fishing them. Yeah. No. Not for me. So, buyer beware of that one. Like I said, the Scottsboro is a good one. The hook's just a little bit light for me. For me, Northland Tackle, Smeltinator Underspin. Comes in a package like this. You can't miss them. And there's just so many different options. So that Scottsboro one, it's got like I think it's a 3/8 ounce and a 1/4 ounce, and it comes with a 2/0 hook. That's it. So if that works for you, it works for you. But with the Northland Smeltinator Underspin, it comes in an 1/8 ounce, a 1/4 ounce, 3/8, and a 1/2 ounce, and you can get 2, 3, 4, 5/0 hook on them. So the customization is pretty much endless. You can throw them on swim baits that are tiny, like 2 1/4 inches, all the way up to 5 inches with that 5/0 hook. So, dude, I don't know why you need anything else, but next time you're looking for an underspin, and if you see another brand too, like if you're interested, like this one looks good, I like the color, I like the blade, do the test. Grab it right by the blade, and if that thing don't spin like that, don't buy it. That's my tip of the day. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I'm starting to book trips for fall. I mean, we're looking at, I've got some mid-September into October. That fall bite can be really good. We're chasing big fish. It's not a time where you're going to kind of go after a bunch. Like, we usually don't catch 50 to 100 fish. There's times where you can, but dude, all I want to do is catch big ones that time of year. I'm starting to kind of feel the grind a little bit, and dude, I want to catch a 7-pounder so bad, and I am going to put everyone in my boat in a position to catch a 7-pounder, hopefully. Still haven't done it yet. Got a few 6s in the boat. Got a 6 even so far this year. Trying to break that this fall. So if you want to get out there, check it out, LakeSt.ClairBass.com, or just give me a shout on Instagram, Joe Bauer Fishing, or hit it down in the comments here, and I will holler back at you. So thank you very much, and get out there and get them on an underspin.